you can find that.
Yeah, well, there you go. All right, let me get this going. I got to get. We already got people stacking up on the network, so we got. I got Facebook Live cranking. Hi, everybody, and just waiting for the servers to connect. And hang on, hang on. There we go. Hey, everybody, it's Outdoors Dan. We're ready to start the Unknown Files show. Are you ready? I'm ready. All right, here we go. Hang on. All right, welcome to this week's edition of the Unknown File Show here on the Outdoor Call Radio Network. Hope everyone's having a great Wednesday evening. Hope everybody had a great 4th of July. It was definitely crazy around here, I'm telling you, here in central Iowa, that's for sure. We've got a fun show tonight. We're going to be talking about Edinbourgh Manor, which is up in Iowa with the Illinois Paranormal Research Group. I've got Cheryl Torres on the line. And hi, Cheryl.
Hello.
And she's got a couple of her compatriots in the background. We may or may not hear from them.
Hi, I'm Kate.
There you go. That was one. Yeah, that was good. That was good. Hey, and I heard before we go, if you're going to monitor the stream on Facebook for me, just make sure the volume's down. Otherwise, we'll get feedback. Yeah, I like feedback, but not that kind of feedback. Yeah. All right, let's see. We're going to be talking ghosts tonight. Edinbourgh Manor, it's in Iowa. It was a psychiatric hospital, and Cheryl was kind enough to do the show again. Didn't have enough the first time. She actually was kind enough to come back and do it again. Cheryl, tell us about, before we go any further, the Illinois Paranormal Research Group. Tell everybody if they missed a show last time, what is that?
Oh my goodness. So we are a paranormal research group out of Moline, Illinois.
Yeah.
So we've been a team since 2010. So we are 13 years in, and we've had an exciting year. We do public events on the Rock Island Arsenal. That's our local Army base at Quarters 1, about 9 or 10 times a year. And then we go around and do other places. We talked to you in February. Then just 2 weeks ago, we were the cover story on American Paranormal Magazine.
So, I saw that. Congratulations.
Yeah, that was pretty humbling for us.
Yeah.
Okay, that would be really cool to happen. And then when they reach out and you're like, okay, are you for real? Yep, they were for real.
Well, that's good. That's awesome. Now, who? I can't talk tonight. I'm leaving for Ohio in the morning. And it's like my brain's already dead. So, who do we got with you there tonight?
I have Kate and Gabby with me here tonight.
All right, ladies. Anybody saying hi or anything on the stream? Because we got a bunch of people listening.
Kate said hi. Gabby's shaking her head no.
No, that's all right. Nobody's giving any comments or anything. So if anybody says hi or if they have questions, just put it on my Facebook page if you're live streaming the show, and Kate or the gang will make sure we answer your question or bring it up. So for some reason I updated eCam 2 weeks ago, and I got everything works except on my phone. If I look at my stream on my iPhone, I can see everybody's comments, but if I'm on eCam on my Mac, I can't see anything. It's crazy. So anyway, all right, we've established who you are, and you guys have been doing this for a long, long time. Edinbourgh Manor. I went and looked at some stuff, and it's crazy that people are seeing faces in mirrors in there. I saw one. There was a really nice couple there in the front doorway, and there was like a creepy apparition sitting right behind them. Yeah, that was pretty cool. And then there was some shadow people walking by on one video. I mean, how did this was a psychiatric hospital? Can you tell us a little bit about the building and stuff?
Absolutely. So, it started off when they first opened it. It was the Jones County Poor Farm.
So
So people would go there and live and work, and they were given shelter and food for their labor for working on the farm. And then, so that was in operation from 1850 until 1910. And during that period of time, there were over 150 documented deaths on the property.
Wow.
So in 1910, the poor farm closed down and it was demolished. And then Edinbourgh Manor was constructed. They started building it in 1910, ended in 1911, and it was built to house the incurably insane and the poor and the elderly. It was called the Manor, and it was open until November of 2010.
Wow.
So it's only been closed for 13 years. When they closed, there's still in the building. There's still medical documents of patients.
Mm-hmm.
Were lovingly referred to as inmates.
Yeah, that's loving.
Right?
Yeah.
Their personal belongings are still there.
Yeah.
So they all left in 2010.
Wow. So how did this all become where it was a paranormal mecca? I mean, how did people find out that there was activity, or how did everybody like groups like yourself, Cheryl, get into going to this place?
Well, I want to say that Ghost Adventures was there in 2015.
Right.
So, and that's a national show, so they were all on. Our team first went there. Gosh, maybe it was before 2015 when 2012 or 13. Yeah, it was early. Because I want to say maybe it was 2012 when Ghost Adventures went. Kate's gonna fact check for me.
Okay.
But they went, and then our team was there for the first time. I want to say in like 2013. The team the building has had a couple different owners, and Cindy, the current owner, she's just wonderful. But it's been, some people have really, really intense things happen in the house.
Well, this is. I mean, are you talking like part of the facility as a house, or are you talking about the whole building itself?
The whole building, the entire manor. There is a quote unquote safe house. That's where everybody sleeps.
Really?
Yeah, it also has a lot of activity.
Well, that looked like I mean, if it was a psychiatric hospital, I mean that building's big, right?
The building is huge.
So they call that a house?
Well, we refer to it.
Cheryl, you go, girl. If that's a house, you probably got a 5-story at home, huh?
Listen, I spend a lot of time at quarters.
I'm just teasing you. So how did you and all your gang over there at Illinois Paranormal, how did you say, hey, we got to go check this Edinbourgh place out? Did you just see one of the Ghost Adventure things, or is that what hooked you?
Yep, we see it on TV. We do research of haunted locations in the area. And then we go online, see if it's somewhere that we can rent and go and spend a weekend. So for about the past 3 years, we have rented it for full weekends. So we'll rent it from Friday night, and we're there until Sunday morning.
What's that cost you?
About $100 a person. So it's about $1,100.
Good for Cindy.
Right?
Yeah. No, she doesn't charge you a spirit tax, does she?
No. This place is rented like almost every day. It's a very over-investigated.
Well, no, and listen, I get it. We've got the what's that school right out? I mean, there's a school right here, Farrar School. You ever heard of Farrar? Yeah, I've been to that.
September.
Yeah,
September 2nd.
I've been in that school, and it's crazy.
We're excited.
Yeah. It's I mean, and they get when I was out there the last time, I mean, there were people from Seattle, Washington there. Yeah, I mean, I get it. I mean, I've been around to some crazy places, but I just luckily I haven't had to. I guess you get what you pay for, right? If you
Right?
if you want to see an active place, you gotta you got. Have you ever guys thought about going down to the Myrtles?
No,
Do you know about the Myrtles?
I think we talked about it before, but it isn't somewhere we've ever really been to.
Yeah, it's the Myrtles Plantation down in Louisiana, and I have not been there, but I had a buddy of mine that went there for his honeymoon, and they actually had the lamps move on them while they were in they were in the bedroom.
Uh,
They were sleeping, and the guy was just kind of woke up and he was looking at the lamp on the nightstand, and it just moved to the right, knocked his clock and his glasses off and everything. It just moved. It was a slavery plantation, and
uh-huh.
you guys need to look into that because if I had a big old gnarly hairy paranormal group like you guys, that's what I'd be. I'd be going down there. I'm too chicken to do it by myself.
We have a large wish list. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you do. All right.
We have a bucket list.
No, that's all right. I apologize.
Remember,
My
so we
ADD kicked
started
in.
off
Huh?
when we started going to Edinburgh Manor, we
Yeah.
would only rent it for one night.
Okay.
And we found out that just wasn't enough time because it's more active during the daytime than
Mm.
it is at night sometimes, and you just need more time to take it in.
Did you just say it was more active during the day than night?
Yes, so
That
much so.
isn't that kind of an anomaly?
No, no, if you think about it, that's when they were awake and moving around.
Oh, I guess that makes sense. Yeah. I mean, you just don't see a lot of. I mean, everybody's usually going lights out and infrared and everything. You don't see usually a lot of daytime stuff.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So
That's what
go ahead.
at quarters one, but that's when we do our like public investigations. Is at night, lights out,
Yeah.
all dark. But at this place, some locations it's just during the day too. You just have to spend some time.
Okay. Well, what kind of tech did you have out in? Were you doing video, audio, everything? What was you doing?
Yep, we had our handheld cameras. We had all of our digital recorders. We had our Ovilus. We had all of our K2s, all of our flashlights. We have a new item that's called a J box.
Ooh, what's that? What's that? What's a J box?
So you connect it to an SB7 and it makes it easier to understand words that are coming through.
Really? So is that the thing where it just kind of runs through like radio channels and it just the words spit out? Is that the same thing?
Yeah, that's the SB7.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Forgive me, Cheryl. You know I'm a bow hunter. You know I'm limited here on this
Right.
stuff. So. Yeah, I don't know if we talked about this the last time, but my epiphany that if I was ever going to do this full time, I would like to do like a Spectre Aero Cam, where you take a little camera about the size of your pen and strap it onto an arrow, and then if you got something running down the hall or whatever, just kind of shoot it to see if you can catch up to it.
Okay.
Yeah, I just know. I mean, if you got a shadow person down there, you're not going to hurt anything because they're air, right? But man, I think the graphics on it. I mean, if you get a high enough resolution, at least you could catch up to it, right?
Yeah, we've talked about how we need to get some more point of view cameras.
Yeah.
Or GoPros, things like that, to actually see what we're seeing.
Well, like I said, and I'm just teasing you a little bit on some of this, but I think it's fascinating. I just when you go, what was the one place that you and I talked about the last time? That was another psychiatric hospital that everybody was it Waverly or
Waverly and also Ashmore Estate.
yeah, Waverly. So Edinbourgh Manor is kind of like the Waverly for Iowa, right?
Yeah.
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 So did you guys? What kind of activity? What kind of things did you find? Did you find children, adults? What'd you see? What'd you hear?
We had such an interesting. So this is our team. How did did Julian put it today? Let me look. Hold on. Julian put it well today. He said, he goes, what's your team like when you're not hosting multiple public events a year? Well, we go to Edinbourgh Manor and we just relax and we do out-of-the-box sessions. We had a very interesting session Saturday night where we reenacted like a med call. And
Say that again, Cheryl. I didn't. You kind of cut out there.
That was going to happen. So we reenacted a med call.
A med call, like a crash cart thing.
Like
somebody had a heart attack or something.
Like they had to,
like 5 p.m. Everybody has to come take their medicine.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
And so we did a bedtime one. And what's funny is our team member Catherine, she's actually a nurse on a psychiatric floor.
Ooh.
So she deals with this.
Wow, you got your own nurse ratchet.
Yes, we do.
Our reenactment was very close to the real thing.
Oh.
She said, you guys were very real. I'm like, oh.
Is that a compliment, ladies?
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. We had some though, and we had some of the so we all just kind of spread out on the first floor.
Yeah.
And put a couple of us in each room. And what was funny is, so Shayna and I were in one room together,
Mm-hmm.
and we had a bunch of equipment set up in the hallway outside of our room. And every single time one of us would try to sneak out of our room, the REM pod would go off, the flashlights would turn on, the K2 meters would go off, like they were tattling on us.
Really?
And I'm like, you've got to be kidding me.
Wow.
Yeah, and then I was in what they call the children's room
Uh-huh.
with the other investigators, and I had a K2 that I was taking around with me, and every time that I would sneak out or do something bad, it would go all the way to red, like it was giggling with me.
Okay, so for everybody listening tonight that doesn't know what a K2 meter is, that resonates or that picks up EMF fields, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to make sure everybody understands what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the kids were not tattling on us; they were more like following us around and going with it. But on Cheryl's side, they were not happy.
Wow.
We were on the adult side, and Shayna and I were not behaving.
Yeah.
In fact, we escaped from the building.
Like literally went outside.
Like we escaped the building, left the building, went outside, and
You guys actually did a melodrama of escaping.
yes, we did.
Yeah. And what did that gin up?
The REM pod was going off the entire time we were out.
Really?
It never turned off. And the REM pod, they have to, in order to make it turn on, it like creates this very loud beeping noise.
Uh-huh.
They have to actually touch the antenna to make it go off.
So it's not so much a proximity thing. They actually have to physically get into that touch field.
Yeah.
Okay.
We touch it to make it turn off, and that thing did not stop.
So you
the building afterwards was really crazy too.
Yeah.
Did
we
you-
gave them so much energy.
did you pick up any EVPs doing that?
We did get a couple. I actually posted 2 EVPs on our Facebook page today.
Okay. Cheryl, tell them what EVP stands for.
EVP is an electronic voice phenomenon.
There you go. And what can you tell everybody what the EVP said, or are you going to make them go check it out on your site?
No, I actually said on the clip that it's there. So we had one during our reenactment session where Catherine asks us she asked for one of us to like refuse our medicine. And I told Shayna, hold my bag. And
So the EVP said refuse the medicine?
no, Catherine asked us to.
Oh, okay.
You know, pretend like we were going to refuse to take our medication for the night.
Okay.
And when she we're sitting there, and Shayna says, Cheryl's got it. And then you hear us talking a little bit, and then you hear a voice say, Kate.
Really?
Poor Kate.
What?
She gets so caught off guard when they call her out, because she gets called out a lot.
Yeah, I was going to say, didn't they do that to her on the last time you guys went out?
Yes.
Yeah.
I must have like an easy name to feel out.
Yeah. Okay.
So we have that one, and then we were the second one that's up there. We were in the basement in the side that was like a laundry room, and we were setting up. And what's funny is when I posted it, and I also posted it on our TikTok, and I had it run captions so that I could take out Ryan's F-bomb in it and make the caption say something else. It didn't even pick up the EVP, which makes sense because they speak on a different realm. They speak on a different wavelength in the sound wave, and it did not pick up this screaming.
It's really loud.
It's really loud, and it screams, "Oh my God! Turn around!"
You got an EVP that screams, "Oh my God, turn around."
Yes, it's posted on our Facebook page.
Well, that's now. Did any of you hear that with your ears?
No one responded to it at all.
Wow.
Ryan sent it to me, and he's like, "You need to listen to this now."
That's crazy. Now, did you did you guys try to do any activities when you've been there, like with a ball, or put the ball down the hallway, or do something to engage if there's any kids spirits running around?
Yeah. So when we were doing the like reenactment thing, I was in the children's room, and there's actually, we don't have any video of it because we didn't have the handheld with us in there. But there's a ton of toys. People leave at the building. Some of them were left there from when the kids lived there, but there were some balls. There's some that are like glow in the dark, and there's this one that kept rolling towards Ben, like by itself. None of us had touched it. And we even like tried to like make another one do it in the same area, and it wouldn't. It just immediately stopped.
So it wasn't an airflow thing.
No.
Okay.
So they definitely play with some of the toys there.
Yeah, there are other teams who have gone who have actually got video of the balls moving and things.
Yeah. Did you ever take a level and see if the floor is level?
No, but I'm sure it isn't.
I'm sure it isn't.
No, I'm just asking because it's just. But if you did two side by side for comparison, and one moved and the other wouldn't, I guess you kind of debunked. I mean, it's not the floor.
Right.
Yeah. You know me, Cheryl. I'm always asking questions.
I appreciate a good skeptic.
I'm not. Hey, I believe in ghosts. I've had ghosts at my old house. I told you that.
Right.
I got video. I got video of ghosts. I mean, it's just I believe I'm not a skeptic on that one. Trust me. It's just I just me. I always have questions. I guess that's all. I guess that's from doing radio too long.
Right. I love answering questions. This is just. We just have so much fun doing it and learn about it.
Yeah, well, that's what it's all about. So 150 people. There was 150 residents in there, or there was 150 deaths. Documented deaths.
Right. So we know. So there is a cemetery that is across the road. But some of them are buried, but there is also farmland across the street where they also buried people. So the entire land is also just, there's so much because they just buried the people out in what's now farmland.
Oh, there's no grave sites or anything. It's just farmland. Nope. Oh, wow.
Yeah, in the cemetery itself, there's only 30 headstones.
Wow. And how long was this place open?
So as the Poor Farm for 20 years, and then from 1911 until 2010.
So it had quite a bit of age to it.
Yeah.
Was there a chapel?
No.
No chapel.
Nope.
Okay, I was just curious. So, so what other? Okay, so you got EVPs. You got somebody screaming at you, and somebody yelled at Kate as usual.
Yep.
Uh, as
Well,
as usual. Did you see any? Did you see any shadow figures? Did you get any video of anything moving? Anything like that?
Gabby has pictures that she took down in the basement of a shadow figure that I have not posted yet.
Okay.
But she took a series of pictures, and you totally see a shadow figure on the other side of the room from us.
Wow.
You can see it moving.
Any infrared or any FLIR footage or anything?
No,
Nothing.
nothing. Not this time. We have from a few years ago. We have a photo that we caught. It looks like a dog
Really?
in our laser grid.
How does that work, Cheryl? As well as they say, I was watching something on TV and they had one of those. Is that the one where the if it's an entity, it shows up like a stick person? Is that what that is? That what that is?
That's the SLS.
Yeah. Okay. Is that the same thing?
It's not the same thing.
It's not the okay.
Didn't take out our SLS the whole weekend. Silly us. So the SLS is like the Connect for the people who don't know. It's
okay.
like the Connect where it maps out the stick figures.
But you had a laser thing going.
Yeah, we have a laser grid, and we have one that puts out the laser and it detects hot and cold. So if it detects human on the visual screen, it will show the figure in red, and if it's something that's not human, that's not putting off a heat signature, it turns blue on the screen. Ghost hunters and kindred spirits use it a lot as well.
What colors were you seeing? What temperatures?
A lot of blue.
A lot of blue. So okay. Well, that's pretty exciting. Now, was that one of your most active things besides the? Oh, help me out here. What's the Army thing?
Besides quarters one.
Yeah, quarters one. Was that more active than quarters one?
Oh heavens, no.
No, quarters one's still at number one, huh?
Yeah, and it's even more so right now. So they're doing some renovations at quarters one, giving it a new roof and fixing doing repairs to the lights. So we found out that saying construction is a naughty word at quarters one.
Yeah.
They aren't impressed with that word. Renovations and repairs.
Okay. Have you ever gotten anything from? Was this your first trip to Edinburgh?
No, we've been there probably 7 times now.
Okay, 7 times. Okay.
Yeah, we'll be back there again the last weekend of September for National Ghost Hunting Weekend.
Have you in the past this trip or the past other 6 times, have you ever gotten any staff interaction from staff from the past?
As a matter of fact, last June, so a year ago, Gabby's shaking her head, but she's not going to talk even though it's happened to her. She and Chris we were all just sitting outside, and they had this absolute bored look on their face. And I said, well, why don't you guys grab some equipment and go into the house? And they looked at me and said, without you? I said, yes, go. Just take a walkie with you. And they took off into the house with joy.
I think you're being facetious.
Oh no, they ran into that house.
Oh, did they really?
They threw walkies at me.
Yeah.
He had taken all of my equipment. So Gabby is my daughter.
Okay.
He took all of my equipment out of my bag, put it in her bag, took a walkie, threw a walkie at me, and they ran to the house, to the manor. And they go in and they went to where the doctor's office would be.
Okay.
And had a conversation with the patient or with the doctor? With the doctor. She did. She typed it up for me. But they were using the ghost radio. And
I don't know what that is, Cheryl. What's a ghost radio?
So it's an app that we have that spits out words.
Mm-hmm.
I think sometimes I have a love-hate relationship with them because it'll pull, because your phone's a GPS.
Okay.
So all apps I kind of have a love-hate with because it knows where you are. So is it going to pull things that are relevant to that location? Yeah, it probably was. Chris just said he thinks it was a brisk walk. Not a run. We have a couple members on your live right now.
Okay, that's all right. That's all right.
Amy's there and Chris is there.
Hi, Chris. Hi, Amy.
So they went over there and they were very excited. Gabby said that's very important to notice how excited they were to go over there without the adults.
Well, I could see that. I thought for the first there, I thought you were saying they were kind of intimidated, not if you weren't going with them. But yeah, so they couldn't wait to do it on their own.
They couldn't wait to go in there on their own.
Okay,
so,
all right.
As it gets further in, I'll tell you something that happened. So
well, hang on. Let me take a real quick break because I'm just going to take one break tonight. I'm not going to take two. So because I've been waiting for you guys to get back on. So hang on, I'm going to do about 3 minutes, 4 minutes, and then we'll be back. Are you okay with that?
Yep.
All right, everybody hang on, and you're listening to the Unknown File Show, file number 22, Edinbourgh Manor with the Illinois Paranormal Research Group. This is Outdoors Dan. Don't go anywhere, no flippy floppy, and I will be right back on the network. Hang on.
Let's talk about a story, an Iowa story about a dream that took several years to come true in Osceola, Iowa.
Good show tonight, guys. Thank you so much for watching tonight. I'll get that messenger fixed, I promise.
Were born from the labor of
drives me crazy. I'll go back after the show and I'll make sure I answer everybody, okay?
And how each spirit tastes and satisfies with every sip, from the honey whiskey to the whiskey and cream, or the robust mulberry gin, American gin, or vodkas. Revelton Distilling visitors can't believe the flavor profiles the mixologists are creating at the distillery every day. Revelton Distillery is open Wednesday through Sunday in Osceola. They're located at 1400 West Clay Street, right off I-35. Revelton Distillery fine spirits are also available at your local grocery and other retailers around Iowa. Please check them out online at reveltondistillery.com or visit them at the distillery. If it's time to celebrate or just time to sit back and unwind, well, then it's time for a Revelton moment.
You're heading out on your morning hunt well before sunrise, so you can stay undetected from that giant you've been chasing all season. Wouldn't it be nice to know exactly where your stand or blind location is without letting anyone know where you're at walking in? Have you ever heard of Onyx? Onyx is one of the most important pieces of hunting gear that you can use and always have with you. The Onyx Hunt app allows you not only to get from your truck to your hunting spots, it also allows you to mark and save your parking spots, scrapes, food plots, rub lines, or some possible next stand locations. The Onyx Hunt app is also a great way to see your property and know where you stand. Onyx is a mobile app that you can take anywhere. It's recognized by game wardens all around the country as a valuable hunting tool. So, if you want to always know where you are and have the ability to save information that will help you be a better hunter, go download the Onyx Hunt app at your app store today. Heading on your next adventure and looking for some snacks to take? Why not pack a snack that tastes great, gives you protein, and is easy to pack? Have you heard of Soldier Boy beef jerky? Soldier Boy jerky is slow smoked in small batches to ensure generous, tender morsels that taste outstanding. Soldier Boy beef jerky offers the following flavors: sweet heat, original, maple, or peppered flavors that will satisfy you all day in the field. Soldier Boy beef jerky is veteran-owned and proud supporters of the Canines for Warrior Foundation. They also donate to troops that are deployed serving our country. So next time you're looking for snacks from home or on your next outdoor adventure, please remember to reach for some Soldier Boy beef jerky, available at Sportsman's Warehouse. Soldier Boy beef jerky, outstanding taste that keeps you satisfied in the field. For more information, please check us out online at www.sbjerky.com.
Hey America, when you barbecue, cookies is the one. Lots of flavor, lots of goodness, thick and rich, lots of fun. Hey,
Coming back.
when you barbecue, try cookies, barbecue sauce for a treat. Cookies barbecue sauce is the barbecue sauce America loves to eat.
All right, welcome back to Unknown Files. Tonight's show, File 22, Edinbourgh, Manor in Iowa with the Illinois Paranormal Research Group. I got Cheryl, Torres, and Gabby and Kate, and Amy and Chris and everybody tonight watching, at least that I know. Did I miss any questions or anything, ladies, on the live stream?
Nope, everyone's just saying good evening and saying hello.
Well, hello everybody, and thank you for listening. We appreciate that. All right, Chris, go ahead and pick it up. What was next? You got me all at Twitter.
Okay, so I was talking about Gabby and Chris's
Yeah.
enter into the house without the adults. So they headed down to what would have been like the doctor's office and started asking questions. They started setting up equipment. They had the flashlights out, digital recorders out, K2 meters out, and then our ghost radio app on the phone. The equipment that they most used during that session were the flashlights, and then the ghost radio. So she Gabby was asking for the doctor to come into the room where she was, and then eventually she said that the flashlight in front of the main doorway turned on. So she knew that she felt that a spirit had joined her at that point. And then she asked if the spirit was the doctor here at the manor, and she heard the word present come through as if to say he said he was present. She asked a lot of different questions to confirm who she was actually talking to, and she got curious about whether or not they would tell her if any malpractice had ever happened in the manor, or to the patients or the inmates, or if anyone had died there from malpractice of any sort. And she was very surprised to find out that when she asked those questions, a flashlight turned on, indicating that the answer was yes. So we use the flashlights to answer yes/no questions. If they're there, if the light turns on, we take it as a yes. If nothing happens, if it's been active, we'll take that as a no.
Okay.
So she was surprised that the light had come on, indicating that yes, some inmates had passed due to malpractice. And then she started asking, "You should be talking, not me." So she said that later in the conversation with the doctor, her thoughts began to wander about different possibilities of why the doctor's spirit was still at why was he still at the manor, or did he die there as well. So she asked the doctor if they could tell her how they died, or if they remembered or even knew that they were dead. And she said that with a shocking turn of events, the doctor replied through the spirit box that they too had died from malpractice.
The doctor?
Yeah.
Wow.
So we don't know if this is true. This was one line of questioning. There is nothing documented of a doctor's death in any of the records that we've ever seen, any stories that we've ever heard. So just one experience in their thing. So then after they have this session, I get a walkie-talkie call out, and Chris walkies me and says, "Hey, Cheryl, things are getting pretty intense in here. What do we do?" And I said, "Go to another room." "Oh, okay." And then they were on another adventure.
Yeah.
But
Did it follow them to the other room, or did things just change?
yeah, Gabby said yes, it followed them.
It followed them. That's wild.
And then I think Amy soon after joined them in the house.
Okay. So now, have you when you ladies are in there doing this stuff? Are you actually feeling cold spots and stuff? I've been to a place that actually had like a cold spot. You could actually feel it, and there wasn't any vents or ventilation or anything. I mean, you could actually. I didn't have a digital thermometer with me to see if I could actually see how much temperature difference was, but I mean, it was dramatic. I mean, you could actually see it on your skin. Your hair would stand up.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. There are cold spots all over because it's like still air.
Okay.
Yeah. A lot of our equipment will tell us when the temperature changes too.
So how much temperature fluctuation did you see there? Did you record that?
I think up to 5 degrees.
Yeah, we can get up to a 5 degree change.
Okay. Well, that's I mean, 5 degrees. You notice that.
Especially when it's extremely hot and humid.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you have a cold breeze or something come by you, or all of a sudden the area next to you is very cold.
Okay, so Chris, Kate, Gabi, when you got like some of these images I saw when I was doing a little bit of research I didn't do a ton of it because Cheryl, you're always good about filling all the holes in on stuff, but like the face in the mirror, there was like a shot on Edinburgh's website. Did they ever try to debunk that, or did they ever figure out what that was?
I don't know. A lot of the things that they post on their website are things that teams, when they go, they share with them.
Okay, it didn't say it didn't describe it very well, but I was just curious. What's
Teams are really good about sharing any evidence with Cindy.
Well, I think everybody should do that. I think that's just that helps everybody on their stuff. What's the most crazy or outrageous thing that anybody or you guys have ever captured there?
Talk about the camera falling last year.
We had a camera fall last year.
Just did you have it up on a tripod and it fell? Yep. It was on a tripod and it just pushed over.
The camera to the tripod and taped down.
Really?
It fell. We had a door closed at quarters 1.
But we still can't.
We still can't debunk it. We tried. I think Ryan and Kate.
We spent 45 minutes.
And Gabby, I think they spent like 45 minutes trying to debunk this door closing, and we could never get it to repeat. We got a very, very interesting spider, not spider video at quarters 1 in the basement.
It looks like a spider, but it wasn't a spider.
It doesn't move like
a spider. It doesn't move like a spider. We have great debates. I know there is great debate among the team whether this is a spider or not.
It's on our Facebook page. We should repost it.
We should repost it.
So it looked like an entity, or it looks like a spider, but it wasn't a spider.
It's not a spider.
It's like an orb that does weird stuff.
Yeah, so it drops outside of a doorway like a spider would drop on a web.
Really?
But the way it moves, the directions that it moves, a spider can't do that.
Okay.
And so it was, and we were like, there were teams in sessions because it was during a public event, and Ryan and I were on cameras, and I'm like, what is that? So we totally quit watching what everyone else was doing in their sessions and pulled up that one screen, went to playback, and watched it over and over and over and over again.
Yeah, that'd be kind of unsettling. Actually, I hate spiders myself. I hate walking into them in the woods and when I'm going in the dark. That's not a lot of fun. What about like at Edinbourgh? Did they have like medical carts, gurneys, anything like that still in there?
All of the beds are the beds that were still there. There is the Eric is on, one of our team founders,
Hey.
talking about the photo that we caught at Quarters 1.
Okay.
In the basement, there's a hand on a chair that we caught.
Really?
Thanks for that reminder, Eric.
Yeah. Thank you, Eric. Appreciate you listening. Tell us about that one, Cheryl.
So it was actually, I think that the picture was actually taken by my sister.
Mm-hmm.
It was before I joined the team, but they were in the basement and there was a chair underneath one of the staircases, and they were just snapping pictures. And there's a white hand,
Just like a bony.
on the top of a chair.
Really?
I'll have to find it.
Yeah. Like a bony hand or like just a regular hand?
Like a regular hand.
That's crazy. Yeah.
And you don't really see an arm or anything else. I'll have to dig up that.
Yeah, and tell everybody Quarters
Dig
what.
up that photo.
Tell everybody what Quarters 1 is again.
Quarters 1 is the second largest residence in the government's inventory of housing. It's second to the White House. So it's just short of 22,000 square feet and has 51 rooms.
Yeah.
And it's on the Rock Island Arsenal, which is our local Army base.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, just a hand. Well, was it like a gloved hand, like a white military glove?
Maybe I'm gonna have to pull that up. And
yeah, because I mean the Army, if they're going to like the Army ball and stuff, a lot of times the officers will wear white gloves.
True.
Yeah, I'm just asking.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Thanks for that reminder, Eric. Now I'm gonna go dig that one.
Thanks, Eric. Yeah.
Creative work for me. Thanks, Eric.
7:47 and some change, July 5th, 2023. It's the Unknown File Show, number 22, Edinbourgh, Manor. We got the Illinois Paranormal Research Group here, Cheryl, Torres, and all the gang. So, it sounds like you guys have just had some really cool things. The reason I asked about the gurneys or the carts, I was wondering if you ever had things move, like on if you had cameras running in the hallways, and it would be 1 minute it's over here, next minute it's over there, unexplained, anything like that.
The beds are like normal beds. They aren't on wheels or anything.
Yeah, the beds aren't on wheels.
Okay.
I made the mistake of falling asleep on one of the beds.
Yeah.
And they were going to pick up the bed and try moving me.
Oh, they were?
The team was.
Yeah, the team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got bored in a session, and so I put my hood on and fell asleep. Where's the medical bed? Oh, Gabi said there is one medical bed.
Okay. What about sick bay? Did they have like a sick bay or an operating room or anything like that?
Nope.
Nothing.
Nope. There's a nurse's station.
Yeah.
And a doctor's office. There's a room where they like cut people's hair.
Yeah.
Like where they did their hair.
There's the bathtub.
Yeah, there's multiple bathrooms that have bathtubs in them.
Yeah, it's like just a bathtub.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of
they're really kind of creepy.
Yeah, that would seem like I bet you you could get some crazy stuff in there. I wonder if you could. Do you ever get like EVPs of water splashing or anything?
No,
dripping.
Dripping we have.
Okay.
I've also heard drumming.
Drumming?
Yeah.
Oh.
And the piano has played.
Okay. Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
Now I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's an interesting thing.
On the website, they said that they got EVPs of people of something hacking. Did they have like a sickness go through there or anything? Small.
Anything's possible.
It was operating during the Spanish flu, so
yeah.
I'm sure they did.
Okay. Yeah, because didn't Waverly have like a big thing go through there and kill a lot of the folks?
Yes, Waverly did have a lot.
Yeah.
They had a tuberculosis.
It was TB. Yeah, that's it, Cheryl. Yeah. I was trying to think of tuberculosis. Thank you.
Words are hard.
Yeah, no, I'm doing the same thing tonight, so thank you. I was just wondering if they had like a TB, tuberculosis outbreak or anything.
They didn't have any like set aside wings for that.
Okay.
There's one room that the children were in, and then there's like a men's wing and a women's wing, and that's really designated areas that were there. There's one male spirit that's there who doesn't like men to go into. There's a blue room on second floor, and he doesn't like it when men go in there.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
So we always send them in. We always send the guys in.
Okay. Okay.
Just see if it gets anything.
Yeah.
Nothing's ever really happened. There's also stories that, so there's two rooms on second floor that are at opposite ends of the floor, and one is blue and one is red. The blue room is on the female side, and the red room is at the male side. And they will have, like, one room will be hot and the other room will be cold.
Okay.
And it happens every single time.
All right. I had an interesting conversation. I was up in Minnesota fishing a couple weeks ago, and I met a really, really nice gentleman. He's a Native American up on the reservation up there, Chippewa Res. And he was talking. We were talking about Bigfoot. He actually sent me one of those Bigfoot track castings. It's really, it's really. But he was telling me about the Native American cemetery there. He says, Dan, I'm in the woods all the time. I'm always looking for things. But they said that they saw a lot of spirit activity just outside of that cemetery. And he was talking about a shaman and medicine person there on the reservation. And he said he's seen some really crazy stuff with some of their ceremonies, but he couldn't go into a lot of it because they try to keep that stuff close to the vest because of it's a spiritual thing with them. But I thought that was pretty fascinating.
Yeah. We get a lot of. So Arsenal Island was actually a Shangri-La for our local Native American tribes.
Uh-huh.
And it was known as Swan Island, and that's where they spent their summers until the government took over.
Yeah. Appropriated.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all right. That's all right. Well, what's next for Illinois Paranormal Activity? Since you guys are all, you're styling and profiling, you're highlighting magazine covers,
covers,
pimping out. You guys are going on the limo rides, hitting the 7-Elevens, getting free Slurpees. I mean, what's next? What's next?
So, right, free flashlights.
Who said that? Was that Kate or Gavi? Yeah. That's funny.
So we're we take the summer to just kind of recoup from we're active from January until June, and then we take a couple months off just to catch up on life. So we'll start up again in September. So we're starting off the Saturday of Labor Day weekend. We're at the Farrar Schoolhouse.
Okay. So that'll be your first one this fall.
Yep. And then the following weekend, we're back at Quarters 1 again for a public investigation on September 9th. And then we have 2 weeks off. And then the last weekend of September, we are back at Edinbourgh Manor for the weekend. That Saturday, so always the last Saturday of September, is National Ghost Hunting Day.
Mm-hmm.
So we always try to get Edinbourgh for that, or Quarters 1. We've done Edinbourgh last year and again this year. So we have that for September, and then in October, I want to say October 7th or 8th, we are taking part in the Haunted YMCA Paracon.
That's like a get together.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're taking part in that, and then we'll be back at Quarters 1 October 27th to 28th for a 2-night public investigation.
How far away are you guys from Decorah, Iowa? Not that far, is it?
Decorah?
Yeah. It's northeast Iowa. Are you quite a bit away from there?
Well, we're about 3 hours from Des Moines.
Yeah.
We're 3 hours from Decorah. Kate just checked it out.
Okay. I was going to say, because I think you're just straight east of me. Yeah, and then I've been hearing there's some really, really crazy stuff going on in Decorah. There's some hotels and stuff. I'm still trying to do some checking, but you might want to have one of your team members or two, dig, see what's going on up there. That might be a spot for you.
Everyone who's listening, you have your homework assignment.
Yeah. There was one place, there was a museum in there. I tried calling and the lady got mad at me. She goes, we don't condone that, and we're not allowing anybody to talk or act about that. Goodbye.
There's a lot of places that are like that. I reached out to the Ronald Reagan birthplace because they were having some financial problems, and I'm like, well, would you consider letting us come in and do a investigation that'll at least get you some notoriety?
Yeah.
Get some interest in it. And they're like, nope, we're not interested in that at all. I'm like, okay, well, thank you.
Yeah. Well, she didn't hang up. She didn't hang up on you, did she?
No.
Yeah, I got hung up on it. Hey, when you go to Farrar, I'm going to get you guys back on the show. Can we do that?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I want to talk to you guys when you get back from Farrar. But here I got an assignment for you, Cheryl.
Okay.
When you go there, I want you to make a lesson plan specifically for Farrar, and I want you to go over that lesson plan when you get there and tell them you're a teacher, and this is what we're going to do this year, and I want to see if you get any response.
Oh boy! So you want me to go there and be a teacher?
I want you to, because there's a cemetery right over there. Okay, yeah. I don't know if anybody's ever done that, so I was just kind of curious if you wouldn't mind trying that once.
I will absolutely do that for you.
Yeah, I just think it'd be kind of neat to see if you got any response.
Yeah. Oh, the girls are totally coming up with a plan right now.
Well, you don't have to do like a whole thing. I mean, just like one or two, classes. Just do a small little lesson plan and just say, "Hi, this is Mrs. Cheryl, and I'm going to be here for you this year, and this is what we're going to cover. And what are your thoughts on this?" And I mean,
you have opened a can of worms on me now.
Yeah, but I'm seeing how many people have went there to do that. So 99.9% of the chances nobody is going to have anything recorded or way to nobody's going to ever probably done that before. So that would kind of give you a unique. Maybe that would get you some activity that you might normally not get.
Right, I'll go in and be teacher Cheryl instead of investigator Cheryl.
Well, I just thought it was an idea.
Hey, it isn't. You know what? We're going to take it and run with it. We're going to record the whole thing.
Yeah, I'm curious to see if that gets any action. So, if someone wants to find out more about Illinois Paranormal Research Group, how can they do that?
They can look us up on Facebook at Illinois Paranormal Research Group. Our website is up and running. It's www.ilprg.org. We have a TikTok that's up and running that has some very interesting videos up on it. Has some bat removal. It has some flesh. It has all kinds of things up there.
Did you say bat removal?
Oh, yes, I did.
That's funny. Yeah. So if someone wants to join some on adventures or anything, or maybe that wants to try to apply to be part of the group, that's a great way for them to get a hold of you.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, ladies, it's been an absolute pleasure. This hour always goes really quick. I'm anxious to see what happens to you at Farrar. Edinbourgh sounded awesome, and quarters 1 sounds like it's cooking. So let me know how things are going, and I will catch up with you when you get back at it in September, if that's all right.
Sounds great.
All right, I'm going to let you guys go. Have a great evening, and please tell your whole team and everything. Thank you for being so kind on the Unknown Files page and the Outdoor Call Radio page. All the comments have just been very nice, and I really appreciate that, Cheryl. Thank you so much.
Not a problem. Thank you.
All right, be safe, and we'll talk to you soon.
Sounds good.
There you are. Thank you. There she goes, Cheryl Torres from the Illinois Paranormal Research Group. I thoroughly enjoyed this. So I hope you guys did too. We will be back next week, and I think we're going Bigfoot hunting next week. We're going to hit another Bigfoot and see what's going on. I had a schedule change, so I'll have to look and see what we're doing. But I think that's what we're doing. I'm heading to Ohio, not to chase the Ohio Grassman. I'm actually going to the Pure Whitetail Bash to hang out with a bunch of pure whitetail fanatics for a couple days. I look forward to seeing everybody in Middleton, Ohio. If you need anything, get a hold of me here on Facebook. I will go back and make sure I say hi to everybody when I get off the air. Other than that, you can always message me on Facebook, or you can hit me up at the outdoorcallradio.com page. If you have not listened to the Outdoor Call Radio app, if you like to hunt and fish, please consider to download that. It's absolutely free. It's 24 hours outdoor content, 24 hours, 7 days a week, and you don't have to hunt for outdoor radio. It's going to be right there for you. Got some great shows, and we got a few more shows coming up here in about a month. So thank you for everybody for tuning in tonight, and I will see you next time right here on the Unknown File Show, brought to you by the fine folks at Revelton Distillery down in Osceola. They are the official spirit of the Unknown File Show. Thanks, everybody. Have a great night. We'll see you soon. All right, everybody. Thank you. I really appreciate you. I'll go here in a couple seconds and make sure I message everybody back. Thank you for watching tonight. I will talk to you in a few days. Other than that, I'll see everybody in Ohio this weekend. Thanks, everybody. God bless you. And we'll see you next time right here on the Unknown File Show. Good night, everybody.